No, thank you. Hi, everyone. Today we're going to talk about IBM's CLM solution and Kanban. What we're going to do, as you can see here in this agenda, we're going to talk through some of the enterprise challenges and why SAFe is a good fit. Quickly go through some of the capabilities that IBM support has for SAFe, and then we're going to talk about getting started with Kanban using IBM CLM solution. So when you think about the goal of Scaled Agile, which is to help large teams develop successfully together over several quarters or multiple years, there's many things that go into it, but it really still comes down to having an approach that covers people, process, and tools. So with the SAFe Scaled Agile framework, you have a process or methodology framework that covers a lot of roles that are in addition to the basic Scrum roles, things like the release train engineer and value stream engineer and program and portfolio management teams, things like that, and the tools that they use to support them, shown here on the big picture. If you notice, in many of the different levels, in the portfolio level, in the value stream level, and even in the program level, there's a need to use Kanban to help manage the backlog. So one of the key elements that we're going to talk about with Kanban is continuous flow and managing expectations, things like that. And we're going to show in the course of this lecture how IBM CLM solutions help support that. So one of the things that we often talk about is, where do you begin when you start your journey? And very quickly, there is no one-size-fits-all answer. In many cases, organizations start at the value stream or program level because it's easier to identify programs or value streams that can start the journey. And usually when you do that, one of the first challenges that you run into, whether it's at any of these levels, is what skills and understandings or practices do I have or I don't. So many Agile teams have that adopt SAFe have a very good understanding of Scrum. So they understand what a backlog is. They understand what sprints are. They may have some learning to do with what a PI objective is, which is basically multiple sprints. The delivery of value over multiple sprints, things like that. But one of the biggest challenges is understanding the role of Kanban and as it relates to the program level. So again, you typically want to start at the program level if for any other reason, then it's easier to adopt. You have a set of 50 to 125 people who you can focus on. You identify the program level epics and the underlying features and stories. But oftentimes, even if you start at the program level, you still have to do some work at the value stream level to understand what your value is. What are you trying to deliver? So you have to have a vision. You have to have a roadmap. So, which also includes having Kanban at the level of the value stream in order to be able to properly prioritize and identify which value stream epics you're going to use to start your program. So even though we recommend you start at the program level, you often still have to do some work at the level higher, the value stream level. And you definitely have to use Kanban to help manage this flow. So again, just give a little background in case people aren't aware. I think many people on the call probably do have some understanding of Scaled Agile, but just in case, typically when you're at the program